Hi guys, it's me again. Um, yeah, I'm just trying to film more of these types of videos so that um, I could overcome my fear of just like speaking for an extended period of time, but also let you guys see I can't talk today, who I really am as a person. And I have been trying to keep these videos, all in one take without editing, or like trimming any of the clips. But yeah, hopefully what I am saying is interesting for you to watch, and hopefully I don't make too many mistakes because this is actually a little hard for me, but I will try my best. But today I really want to talk about what my life was like when I lived in Hong Kong, because I did grow up in Hong Kong. I was born and raised there, and left Hong Kong when I was 18. And ever since then, I've been living in the States, in California to be exact. And so it's been a long time since I lived in Hong Kong. But it really is very different from the States. And I feel like being born and raised in Hong Kong shaped a lot of who I am as a person, but also like currently living in the States now has also shaped me a lot, but in different ways. So yeah, I think growing up in Hong Kong, there's a lot of pressure and attention around academics, and just like proving how capable and competent you are to the society was a huge thing. And because of this, we had to study a lot. We studied very long hours at school. I went to like tutoring classes after school as well. And especially as we drew closer to the university exams, I was staying at school studying until like 8 or 9 p.m. even. Excuse me, my voice is quite raspy today. I don't know why. So excuse me for that. But yeah, like I remember feeling so stressed all the time. And like even like I was so stressed to the point where at school, if I got a slightly lower grade than usual at a test, I would be so stressed, and I even cried about it one time in front of my teacher. It was a math test, and I worked so hard for it, but I couldn't get the score that I wanted, and so I just like ended up crying in front of him. Like I was so stressed, and I cared. To me, like I feel like I cared too much about my studies compared to the students here. Not that, American students didn't care about their studies, but I feel like I was obsessing over it. And it was, most of it was because of the society, the culture of like putting so much attention on the academics. And so, yeah, I was like super stressed all the time. And I was just like relying heavily on coffee to like get me through the day. And I was sitting for many hours just, because I was studying and my health was not great. I wasn't exercising, or I wasn't eating the best foods either. I was just in a very focused and kind of isolated mindset of getting my grades up and going to a good university and finding a good job, and stuff like that. And so it was safe to say I was pretty miserable. Like, of course, I had, friends who were struggling with the same thing, and we were all in the same boat. But then, like, we were just so stressed together. And, some of it gave us some kind of comfort because we were in it together. But overall, we were just like overly stressed, overworked, as a student. And so, but then I feel like that experience really taught me to be determined and diligent in my studies, and it taught me to be resilient. Like even though I used to cry about my grades, even though, I was obsessing over my grades, I feel like, making myself getting back up on my feet after a bad test really built up my resilience. And, it helped me just like, it helped me be determined and work towards a single goal for a long period of time. And so, out of that experience, I feel like it still helped me become who I am today, where I could still be, not in that unhealthy mindset anymore, but it still helped me work very hard towards something, even though sometimes I would experience setbacks. And just, having friendships over a very hard period of time, like working towards something very difficult, but having your friends with you, that really taught me the importance of having companions around you. And that also translated to my life here in the US. But yeah, I think like after I moved to the US, it really opened up my eyes in the sense of just seeing how talented and creative people are. I feel like that really helped me want to become a content creator, and it opened my eyes in terms of like helping me see the possibilities of a career. Like I said in my previous videos, I wanted to be a therapist. I was training and planning to become a therapist, but I think just knowing the endless possibilities of a career, I guess, like moving here really helped me see, the many other possibilities that I could have in my career instead of just like a proper informal job as a therapist. And so it really helped me see that, like I could, actually do what I'm really passionate about for a living. And, like I could still call that a career instead of, like doing something that might feel monotonous or mundane, but still making myself go through that. Like that was my rather traditional mindset of a career, I guess. It is still compared to the Hong Kong standard, is like being a therapist is already not that traditional of a career. Most people would just, do office work for many years, and that, would be considered the standard career. But even so, it just made me realize that I could also do something, kind of purely creative and purely original for a living and call that my career. And so, I feel like coming to the States really encouraged me to be an original and creative person. And that really helped me, try to be a content creator full time. But I think it's, I would say like being immersed in Hong Kong culture and the American culture, not at the same time, but like, in different parts of my life, helped me become more flexible in my mindset. And it kind of gave me the freedom to choose between those two cultures, and hopefully the advantages of, like having access to both cultures. Hopefully that makes sense. But yeah, I'm just rambling again. But yeah, I feel like hopefully I'm not making sense. I am struggling, guys. But hopefully that gave you a sense of like my background and who I am as a person. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching.